Listen, kids listening at home. There's never a bad time to take somebody to the ground and maintain control of them on the ground. There's never a bad.
That's not true. I disagree. Because if you do that and there's he's with a group, you're going to get kicked in the fucking head.
No, you're not, because you're going to get knee on belly, you're going to hit him in the face, and you're going to get up. And you're going to be fine. You don't need to
if you know you're in a one-on-one fight,
sure.
Yeah, you could take him to the ground, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
A one-on-one fight,
it's not one-on-one. There's no such thing as a one-on-one bar fight to begin with. Listen, if you really want,
if you're rolling deeper than the other ones,
if you really want to know what you should do in a bar fight from a guy that's been in them and has been a bouncer, find a corner is the very first thing you should do.
I bet you my bar techniques are better than you. And you might. How many bar fights do you think you've been in?
Including when I bounced?
I've been less than 10. I've been less than 10.
Nah, including when I bounced 30, 35.
All right, so you got more than me, but as a professional fighter here.
Find a corner. Very first thing you should do is find a corner. Nobody behind you, nobody from the sides.
Right? Yeah, well, I would be more specific.
Okay. Find a corner where you can make sure there's nobody behind you and nobody coming at your sides. That's number one.
All right, well, I'll improve his answer. You find a corner where you can also see the door.
Okay. Fair.
Because you got to start beating up the security. You don't want to be in the back left corner.
I was a security for a lot of these.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who might need to beat them up sometimes if they're being bad guys.
Yeah. Don't throw punches ever, especially if you've never trained how to throw a punch. You will break your hand. Throw elbows. That's number one. Elbows and forehands.
That's good advice.
Yes. You'll probably break your wrist. You'll break your hand.
You're saying throw
knuckles.
One of these, like a palm strike?
I think a palm strike would be solid.
Or you're saying throw a fucking...
I would throw a forearm or an elbow.
Throw a fucking elbow in there?
Tuck your arm. Throw. Also, one of the things you can do is bum rush. All right, if you really want to get the hell out of there, you can throw an elbow, stick your head behind your elbow,
when you throw an elbow,
and run.
You want to kind of relax your wrist here. You know?
Uh-huh.
Don't make any gay jokes now.
I ain't making no gay jokes.
Because you want to really make this sharp.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people go to throw elbows with this. That's too tight. You want to be here.
Is that right?
Loose.
See, I've always held it like.
Well, I know I'm correcting your form.
Yeah. So you let it be loose.
I'm correcting your form. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So
How
now
about
yeah. Next time I'm
I like that.
Because you can it can be a concussive blow and a cut blow. What do you call it? Laceration?
Do you know what? If I had to pick one martial art for a bar fight, it'd probably be Krav Maga. Just dick and throat eyeballs, dick throat eyeball.
Well, here's my improvement on it. This is what whenever especially when I teach if I'm teaching a female self defense, I'm like knee him in the balls.
Dick.
Yeah, exactly. Knee him in the balls, and if you can poke their eyeballs, it's the two things illegal in MMA. Is that Krav Maga tenets? I don't know.
Most of Krav Maga is 99 different ways to strike the groin, throat, and eyeballs.
Okay.
Yeah. We didn't get to it, but I think that's what Andrew Tate gets to. I think he mentions Krav Maga. I could be wrong.
Let's get back to the thing.
Even if you do take him down to the ground, many submissions don't work if he can bite or if he can scratch your eyes or if he can pull a knife. Thirdly, you don't know if he has friends. You're going to take him to the ground, put him in an arm.
I agree with that.
His friend's going to fucking football kick you in the head or curb stomp you, and you're going to die, right? The number one rule of street fighting is stay on your feet. Number one rule. You might need to run. You probably should run. Especially you hit a dude and he goes, run. You don't know, he might get up and draw. Well, what are you standing around for, right? So rolling around on the floor with some dude is amateur hour. And all these Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, every time I say this, like, no, BJJ, they're a bunch of dorks. It's useless. You can take the best BJJ guy in the world, put him against two normal men to have a street fight, and he'd struggle. He can't use what he knows because the other guy's just going to start hitting him. Everyone.
All right, so I do agree with a lot of what he said in the second part.
My bad, I was wrong. The thumbnambale here says take on BJJ and Krav Maga.
Yeah, so I think
that being said,
I think the best thing if we're in in the street and there's especially multiple people, you just want a fucking snappy jab. You want a quick jab that you can whack them, chin them, put them down, and you want to stay elusive because you like you said with your we're gonna call it prospect refuge theory, where you want the back.
Prospect.
I learned about that in school.
I like it.
I don't really understand why it's called that.
Prospect refuge. First, you give everybody an ocular pat down.
Yeah, first you start with an ocular pat down, which I did apply to everyone in this facility, like I do with every room I enter. You want prospect refuge theory means keeping your back to the wall. But I also think you want to be up in the front because if you're gonna be, if you never know, what if you are hitting someone and you hit security, and now all security's trying to whoop your ass? You don't want to get stuck in the back of a crowded bar where they can do it. You want to be able to have your mobility. So if you start fighting with him here, I could get out this door and I could be popping people in the streets, using all the terrain I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I would avoid getting stabbed at all costs. And let's not let that happen.
That goes back to Gerard. That's why we need to use your reach. You got to use your reach.
All right, listen. If we're getting real with everybody, you don't know how to fight. You've not trained to fight. Get a weapon, take a swing, and get a stepping. That's it.
Yeah. And ideal if it's a bad guy. If you're a good guy and they're a bad guy, fucking whack them in the balls and get the fuck out of there. And if they hunch over and they're a real bad guy, when you hit them in the balls, fucking elbow them right in the head.
It's not a movie. You don't know. You haven't trained for this.
Yeah, you're worse. You're so much worse at fighting than you think you are. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Everybody is.
Everybody is. The average man is 14,000 times less effective at fighting than they think they are. That is, bro, college studies said it. Just like Louis Simmons said. College studies.
College studies.
That's studies, bro.